Aloha and good evening, my wonderful YouTubers and guests. Welcome to my channel, ZeroHyperGaming here, bringing you all another reaction video. Now, for tonight's reaction video, I'll be we'll be watching 10 deadliest fashion trends in history. So this goes from, let's say, I guess supposedly my guess is what I'm familiar with. You know, when I hear 10 deadliest fashion trends in history, what I'm familiar with is, um, you know, that stuff women used to wear. I don't know what the fuck it's called. The stuff that goes around their lower midsection or around their waist, and it goes around, wraps around the ribs. But I heard it used to enclose it. I heard that was deadly because it actually, what it calls deformation. I don't know. All I know, it closes up and it reshapes the ribs and it moves organs around, which is unhealthy. Not sure if that's true, but I remember hearing about that. Um, I know there was stuff in the past about hairspray. They used to contain certain chemicals. Not sure if it has anything to do with. I'm not sure if that's in the video, but it's just taking a guess. What else? Deadliest fashion trends that I could know of. Shit. I know. I'm kind of familiar with a little bit of history in China, not too much, but I know like. Actually, I just learned it from watching that show Marco Polo on Netflix. But I wonder. I know, and I've also heard about this about the thing in the past, like during the whole Chinese dynasty stuff era, where like I guess young girls they used to like reshape their feet somehow. Like not sure how they do it, but I'm guessing they gotta break bones to reshape it, or I guess they make them wear certain small shoes, and then while they grow older, it reshapes it to keep that small size. And I guess small feet represented femininity. Fuck, I can't say that word. Anyway, oof. But yeah, let's go check this video out.
History is full of completely insane fashion trends, and some of which were very, very dangerous. So from radioactive hair to the worst operation ever, these are the 10 deadliest fashion trends in history.
Wow, this looks creepy, man. Whoever put this together made this really spooky sounding.
In the early 20th century, it was popular for young women to have glow-in-the-dark hair. They were able to achieve this quite easily. The chemical compound radium would be brushed into your hair.
Oh
and
shit!
After a few years of regular application,
I didn't know that. I didn't know they
hair
put
would
radium.
glow bright. Women would do the same to their nails to see similar results.
Holy shit! I never knew they used
What they didn't know at the
radium.
time is that radium is highly radioactive. They should have guessed by the name, really, but they didn't, and several women died.
Oh, it looked like they canceled the product after those several women died.
The Chinese tradition of foot
shit.
binding is both disturbing and bizarre. From a young age, girls would have their feet
Holy
bound
shit,
with
toes
bandages.
are like
This would encourage her toes to snap and grow backwards. The arch of the feet would also be broken and bent backwards. This was to limit the length of the foot as much as possible. The ultimate goal was to limit the length of the feet to just 3 inches. A foot like that was seen as perfect, but it came at a terrible cost. The woman would be deformed for the rest of her shockingly painful life. This practice emerged in the 10th century and didn't stop being a trend until the early 20th. In the 17th century, the Chinese emperor tried to outlaw foot binding, but he failed. It really was that popular.
What the fuck is wrong with people, man?
You simply can't make a list like this one without including neck rings.
I didn't think neck rings were deadly.
The neck. Young girls usually begin wearing neck rings at the age of 3. As they grow older, the rings are gradually replaced by larger ones. By the time they are adults, their deformation is permanent. And despite what it looks like, Neck rings do not actually extend the neck, they lower the shoulders, which gives the same appearance. After the rings have caused deformation, they cannot be removed as it would be a health risk.
Oh. Oh, because the rings, I'm guessing the rings provide some type of neck support. And
During the Victorian era,
because the neck
bottle
is so
green
long,
was
right,
a
lower the
very
shoulders.
desirable colour for clothing.
Yeah, I guess
For
the
many
ring
years,
is
the
used
best
for
gift an upper-class
support
man
for the
could
neck.
give his wife was a bright green dress.
I've never
The
heard
only
of these
problem
ones.
is that arsenic was a key ingredient
Arsenic.
for the green dye. And as arsenic poisoning was an easy way
shit.
to die, it was a shame the colour green goes well with so many people's eyes.
Why do I use arsenic? Well, then again, it was the past, so they probably didn't know about
It
the
has
deadly
been shown that
products.
over 70% of Nigerian women bleach their skin, but there is
what?
nothing new about skin whitening.
Like Michael Jackson
In 16th
shit.
century Europe, women would do almost anything to achieve pale skin. The most common method was by use of a makeup containing lead. These days, we know lead to be poisonous to us humans. But
I know
back
toilets
then, they had no
used to
idea
have lead
why
inside of
so
them
many pale people were dying.
until after a
Other
certain year.
symptoms of the makeup include
Then they got rid of lead in toilets.
paralysis, brain damage, insomnia, and damage to the nervous
Oh,
system.
shit, I didn't know they had lead in makeup too. I didn't know they had lead in makeup also. Wow.
The crinoline was a metal structure designed to hold up a woman's skirt. It was the 19th century and noble women were expected to dress in a certain way.
I didn't think that
I
skirt
guess
part
that
was dangerous.
certain way was to look like they had a massive arse, because that's what the crinoline
Arse.
did. But
Arse.
the crinoline was just as deadly as it was dumb looking.
That's what it's called.
Due to its design, it often caused women to accidentally knock over candles and set themselves on fire.
Oh,
When
that's
that
why.
wasn't happening, their skirts would get caught on a carriage door, and they would be dragged along the street.
Wow. Oh, so it's like it was an accident, hazardous accident causer, I
A
guess.
fontange was a bizarre headdress worn by 17th century French
Oh, see,
women.
I didn't know that was
Use of
deadly
the
either.
fontange fell out of style for a good reason. The scenario is this. A woman arrives at a dinner party. She is wearing a very large and very flammable headdress. This was when houses were still lit by candlelight. What do you think happened next?
Oh, I set her whole damn
Just
head on
one
fire
number on
and
this
probably
list
can't put
killed
it out.
men rather than women.
Stiff
And
high
here
collar.
it is. In the 19th century, it was fairly standard for a man to wear a stiff high collar. A stiff high collar was basically just a big stiff detachable collar. The collar was so stern that it would cut off blood circulation to the brain. The
Oh,
obvious outcome of wearing one was death by suffocation, but there were far more direct ways of it causing damage. In the early 1800s, a man fell over on the street floor. His collar was so stiff that it almost cut his head off.
oh, wow. Oh shit, I didn't know the
Next,
collar
we
was
have
that deadly. I
corsets.
thought it was a little bit
The
loose or something.
problem is that they were often pulled so tight that they caused serious damage.
There you
to
go, that's the one I
wearer.
remember.
But
The
there
corset.
are worse methods of waist reduction, as you'll see
The
in number
like
1.
corset. Oh, that was quick. Oh, number 1. I gotta see this.
In the quest for a small waist, many women have actually opted for rib
Oh, what the
removal.
fuck?
For hundreds of years, they underwent dangerous operations to remove a rib or two. There are dozens of stories of Victorian women volunteering for the practice.
What?
Some were successful, but some died from horrific wounds. The stories may just be urban legends, but many women still undergo similar operations today.
10 creepy vintage videos, 10 darkest real animal experiments. Wow, this is fucking twisted, man. Holy shit. That looks. Oh, these videos look creepy, but yeah, I'm probably gonna check some of them out. These videos were done by Eskify. I think he does all these like 10 deadliest fashion trends in history, 10 creepy vintage videos, 10 darkest real animation experience. So yeah, go check them out. Go check them out. It's pretty good past history informational stuff. I know negativity is always not good to look at, but it's always good to be aware of what happened in the past. So later in history can be corrected. But whew. Yeah, check the. I'll put the link, original link in the description box below. Wow, man, that shit was crazy. That was twisted, man. Man, I was about to turn the lights off and then watch this video, but fuck that. The way this guy makes his videos is very, has that eerie, like that real eerie, creepy feeling, man. Like, that's gonna cover my neck up and everything. Oof. But yeah, I guess this guy makes a lot of 10 deadliest fashions, 10 of this. So I guess he does a lot of those type of videos. But this is actually pretty good. Some of this I never knew that was that dangerous, like the fontage. I didn't know that hairdo could actually be that dangerous. The dress, I never really thought about. I gave it that much thought. But I guess it's like a huge hazard issue. But the operation of the ribs, yeah, I didn't actually know about that. I knew about the corset. I knew about that, but I never knew about them doing rib removals in the past. I thought that was a little bit later on. But wow. Whew. Also, let me know what you guys think about the 10 deadliest fashion trends in history, and also let me know if you guys have any more information on other deadliest fashion trends in history in the comment box below. If you guys know any other deadly fashion trends in history, let me know in the comment box below. Like, like maybe there's other countries, like maybe like China, Japan, Korea, any country. Just post what you guys know. It'd always be good for me to look over, and plus share information amongst each other. All right, folks, this concludes my reaction video to the 10 deadliest fashion trends in history. I'd like to thank all of you for watching this video with me. Oof. Have a safe and pleasant night, and God bless. Peace.
How many nights I've been thinking of you.